everybody, my name is Lori Page, and I'm coming to you once again from the advisory team here at Sound Wealth Management. Life insurance can be a tremendous financial planning tool to offer an enormous amount of peace of mind to both you and your family, with the knowledge that your loved ones will be financially stable in the event of your unexpected passing. Hopefully, you've had a few minutes to familiarize yourself with some of the other concepts in the life insurance purchase process by checking out our other videos, Considerations when Buying Life Insurance, and Do I Need Life Insurance? So now that you've determined your life insurance needs and what type of policy seems like the right fit for you, it's time to look at how large of a policy you'll need to provide coverage for your loved ones and/or your obligations. Determining the face value, or the amount that your policy will pay at your passing, depends on a few important factors. As such, this becomes a very personalized number, and the amount of insurance that is right for your brother or your neighbor may not be the amount that is right for you. Here are some of the most important things to consider when choosing the right face value for your situation. Many people think of life insurance as a means of paying their final expenses. If this is your thinking, you're right. This is a huge gift to your family in their time of grief to know that they will not have a financial burden for your final expenses. According to a September 2021 study by Parting.com, the average funeral in the United States, including funeral services, burial, and installation of a headstone, costs between $7,000 and $10,000. Bear in mind, however, that this price tag can vary greatly based on where you're located, family or religion's preferences, and any number of other factors. I would be remiss, however, if I didn't mention that life insurance is not the only option for easing your loved one's burden in your planning. You may also consider pre-need planning for your final expenses. Offered directly through many funeral homes and organizations across the country, pre-need planning allows you to make and pay for your arrangements in advance in today's dollars, often at discounted rates, as well as to guarantee that your wishes are followed so that your grieving family will not have to guess what you would have wanted when the eventual time comes to pass. So your final expenses are taken care of. Let's talk about one of the biggest reasons to purchase life insurance. Quite possibly, one of the most important reasons to consider life insurance is to replace income. If you're the sole or primary provider in your household, you will need a policy payout that is large enough to replace your income, plus a little extra to guard against inflation. And let me remind you that while the average rate of inflation is less than 3%, what we have seen so far this year more than doubles that rate. So don't forget to take this into account. There are many different methods for calculating the appropriate face value for income replacement. One of the most popular is salary times years to retirement plus a factor for inflation. So now that your family's income is protected, let's talk about debt. There's a common misconception that your debt dies with you, and this is not always the case. Life insurance is a great way to help your loved ones pay off outstanding debts that you leave behind, including student loans, car loans, mortgages, etc. If you have any of these debts, then your policy should include enough coverage to pay them off in full. But don't forget the interest. You should take out a little more to settle any extra interest charges as well. So let's talk about insuring your other interests. For starters, maybe there is a homemaking spouse in your household. You may need to replace the contribution that this person brings to the household with services like a housekeeper, childcare, and a grocery or meal delivery service. These new expenses will need to be covered in the event of your spouse's passing. And once again, don't forget to index for inflation when you do the math. Similarly, think of business partners with whom you have a financial relationship. For example, consider someone with whom you have a shared responsibility for mortgage payments on a co-owned property. You will want to consider taking out a policy for that person, as that person's passing will have a direct impact on your financial situation. And there are several different policy types specifically designed for business planning that may be worth considering. I hope this gives you a few things to think about in determining the proper amount of life insurance for your situation. As I mentioned earlier, be sure to check out our other life insurance videos to help determine your insurance need and what policy types might be right for you. And as always, for a closer look at your unique scenario, please contact our advisory team at 941-932-4822 or schedule your no-obligation consultation online at www.soundwealth.net, where Sound Wealth Management is more than just our name. Have a great day, everybody.